Hey folks, how you guys doing? You guys might want to pay attention to this one and definitely read up on the source that I have. This is actually very important information. I want to share this. Um, this one's coming from SRS rockcorereport.com. So this is actually or SRS Roko report. I don't know how to pronounce this. Anyways, folks, another nail in the U.S. empire coffin. The collapse of shale gas products has begun. We've all known that, this was going on. I don't know exactly if this has anything to do with the latest information, but it goes back to 2011. It shows how individual companies have basically peaked and have plummeted from Haynesville, LA, and Texas, Eagle Ford, Texas, shale oil gas. I'm trying to go through here. The Marcellus, PA, WV, Ohio, and New York shale gas field. The rig count is in the negatives right now. The Haynesville, LA, and Texas shale gas field. It says that I believe the. One second, I gotta go one more up. There we go. I believe the Eagle Ford and Marcellus shale gas production declines will resemble what took place in Haynesville. And there is something on November of 2015 update as I'm just kind of going through this. Furthermore, the drilling and extracting of shale gas from the Haynesville commercial failure, as stated by energy analyst Art Berman in Forbes article November 22, 2015. It goes into that. And that costs them a boatload of money. They're now talking about $6. They were once talking about $6 gas prices, and now they're basically talking, $6 of what do you want to call it, per barrel. And this one says Chesapeake reached 1.05 billion in operating cash quarterly, but spent 3.2 billion on expenditures, continue drilling, but basically they know that it's basically done in 2 years. They basically say that things are going down to about $4 a barrel. There's all sorts of things here, folks. I mean, it hasn't really caught up that I can see, and this is a large report. I mean, this is a huge report. I imagine there's an update version of this, but basically it goes all the way and predicts 2020. Basically 60-75% of the peak will be gone by 2025, and it basically says that this is basically the end of the huge oil rush and everything else. I don't know if I want to say this is an apocalyptic report, because there's a lot of figures here, there's a lot of numbers, and unfortunately it doesn't seem to be updated in the last 6 months, I would say, is what I want to see projections from, but this is definitely one of them. So I wanted to share this with you guys, get it out there. This basically says how that the peak is basically descending to where 60-75% is gone. Rigs are going. They're selling things off. They're investing money here and there to make it look good, but they're investing millions where they've made billions. So you guys can put anything into that you want. I mean, if I have $1 billion and I spend $2 million on a beachside property, to build a hotel, and I know it's going to get wiped out 6 times by tsunamis and stuff in the next 15 years, and every 3 years I have to invest another $250,000. Is that going to kill me? No, of course not. Not if you have $1 billion. So it's all about the number game, folks. Remember, there is no real money. It's just fake. I was talking with a police officer the other day. He used to be in corrections. Used to be this. Used to be that. Talked about how basically when the guys get out, they basically create the money on the spot to give the people they've held for so long, and that half the time it can't even be fact sourced to say J.P. Morgan or anything else. And he couldn't tell me whether or not he knew or whether or not he could say that the courts have the ability to make money on the spot, but he kind of lent into that idea, and he said that J.P. Morgan, even in New York, only has like $1.5 million on hand per day, and that most times it's actually the same million, and they're trading and investing billions of dollars. So this goes back to the oil peak. This goes down to the barrel. The barrel right now, I think, is up to about 55 or 60. So it's climbing back up. But they said that this is definitely another peak coming. So thank you.